15 subscribers, they will send the message in a particular in a same time, because we have only a 10 lines are there. Only 10 messages are the 10 messages are easily transmitted, because of they can easily connected with the all the 10 trunks lines, and remaining five messages will be in a queued, because when the traffic will be become free, then again will be resend the information to the particular user. That is called as a queuing system, or it is also called as a delay system. Okay, queuing system is also called as a delay system. See, in the previous class, suppose in case of the number of lines will be greater than the number of lines, the total number of lines will be represented by x. It will be greater than the number of customers. Suppose x is less than of n. Okay, then x calls less than of n is nothing but the x calls are being served. There is no delay, because of the lines, the outgoing lines will be more compared to the traffic offered. Okay, automatically what happen, all the customer line will be get connected, because of the number of number of users will be sending the message will be less compared to the total number of trunk lines. Okay, see, the x is the total number of calls, x is the total number of calls, and n is the number of trunk lines. Okay, the calls will be less compared to the total number of lines, means every message will be get transmitted. Here in this case, what happened, there is no delay will be appear. Suppose the number of calls will be greater than the number of trunks lines. Okay, during that particular time, some messages will be send it, because of those who are getting the trunks lines, the message will be easily forwarded, and remaining not getting the lines, no, the remaining message will be stored in the queue. Okay, when the server will become free, during that particular time, the message will be retransmitted. Okay, during that particular time, what happened, there is some delay will be appeared for the particular messages or particular calls. Okay, that's why when x is greater than of n, all servers are busy, means servers are busy, and incoming call enters the encounters the delay, and there are n calls being served, and x minus 1 call means x minus 1 means remaining 5 calls are in the queue. Okay, there's a two probability equation will get based on this case. The first case is the x is less than of n. In this, there is no queue. You can see, observe in this, in this there is no queue, and then behavior of the system same as the last call system in the absence of conjunction. So in the last call of system, like that only, no. Last call of system is means if suppose if there is any conjunction will happen, means that particular calls will be last. But here in the delay system, the message will be stored in the it is in the queue. When the traffic become free, then the same message will be retransmitted to the particular users. Okay, but in this case, that is x is less than or equal to n, then there is no queue, and then the system will be act as the same as the last call system. Then what is the probability for this equation? The probability of the x call, you know that equation, the probability of x, probability of f of x, p of x is equal to a to the power of x by x factorial into p of 0. What do you mean by p of 0? In the previous class, we had discussed p of 0 is equal to 1 by e to the power of a. You can also written as e to the power of minus a also. Okay, that for in this case, the number of trunk lines will be vary from 0 to n. Okay, in the second case, what is that? X is greater than or equal to n. Okay, in this, the probability of all the calls arriving in a very short period of time, and delta is a given. There's a p of a is equal to arriving calls. There's a p of a is equal to a into delta t by h, where h is the average service time. Okay, then what is the probability? We should also calculate what is the conjunction. What is the probability of the x minus n calls? Okay, x minus n calls in the queuing system. Okay, here what happened? The queuing will be happier in the particular time durations. Okay, then what is the transit probability for this equation? The probability of transitions from x minus 1 calls to x calls during the particular time delta t is given by, see, p of x minus 1. Wait a minute. Sorry for the delay. See, in the second case, what happened? In the second case, the x is greater than or equal to n. Okay, during that time, there's a conjunction will be happened. Some messages should be in the queue. Okay, after the traffic becomes free, the same message will be retransmitted to the sent to the particular user. Then we should also calculate what is the probability of the transition from x minus 1 cos to x cos. Then what is the probability of x minus 1 to x? There is a p of x minus 1 into p of a. What is p of a? Is the number of arriving calls in a short time period. Then p of x minus 1 into a into delta t by h. Okay, this is the probability equation for the case 2 when x is equal to x is greater than or equal to n. Okay, clear? Then since all the server are busy, see during that time what happened? If in the second case all the servers are busy, the probability of call terminating during delta t is given by, or the probability of the terminating call, there is p of is equal to n into delta by h. Okay, delta t by h. Then the transition again will be come back to the again the what is the message will be stored in the queue, that will be again it will be retransmitted. No, then what is the probability for that? The probability of transition from x to x minus 1 call. This is the equation. Okay, this is the probability equation for case 2. Okay, the p of x minus 1, p of x to x minus 1, that is a p of x into p of a. What is p of e? P of e is a terminating call. Is the terminating call at a given time period. Okay, there is a p of x n delta t by h. Okay, then we should calculate the what is the statistical equilibrium. Both the probability equation are equating. Both the probability equation are equating. Then p of x to x minus 1 is equal to p of x minus 1 to x. Okay, we have two probability equation. Will get it correct now. Those probability probability equation will be equating both. Then substitute the probability equation for both the case. There's a p of x to x minus 1 is equal to p of x into n into delta t by h, and similarly p of x minus 1 to x, there's a p of x minus into a into delta t by h. Then what is the p of x? Here the p of x is equal to a by n. See, a by n into a by n. Here delta t by h and delta t by h will be get cancelled. Okay, these two term will be get cancelled. Delta th by delta th in the both the LH and RHS will be get cancelled, and remaining part will be p of x will be like that. It will be there here p by n. Okay, there's a p by n into px minus 1. Okay, this is a ps minus 1. This is a statistical equilibrium for the statistical equilibrium equation for the queuing system. Okay, then suppose is a n, but n number of calls will be there. Is a n number of trunks that will be vary from the n number of, suppose I'm taking n number of trunks is there means, but we know that p of n is equal to a to the power of n by n factorial by p of 0. Like that it will be goes on increase p n plus 1 or n plus 2 because x is greater than n, no, for this second case. Then suppose p there is a x is equal to n plus 1, then p of n plus 1 is equal to a to the power of n plus 1 by n into n factorial p of 0. Like that n plus 2, that is a to the power of n plus 2 by n plus 2 is there. That's why n square into n p of 0. Okay, suppose they given any integer, we can easily write. Okay, suppose p of 2 is equal to means, suppose you consider any integer, there is a 2 as a 2, n is equal to 2, then p of 2 is equal to a to the power of 2 divided by 2 factor. How to return 2 factor to 1 into 2? But here in this case, suppose I'm considering n plus 1, n plus 2, like that means as for p is n is equal to n plus 2, then p of n plus 2 is equal to a to the power of n plus 2 by n square into n factorial into p of 0. Okay, in generally for second case, that is x is greater than or equal to n, then p of x is equal to, by using this equation, p of x is equal to a to the power of x by a to the power of x by x, n to the power of x minus n into n factorial into p of 0. Or you can also return as the above expression will be again will be rewritten. The p of x is equal to ax as it is by nx. Okay, this x n to the power of x minus 1 will be splitted n of x into n of minus x, correct na? N of x into n of minus n. That n of minus 1 numerator denominator will go to the numerator. Then we'll get n to the power of n by n factorial into a by n power of x. Okay, it's a very simple equation. Okay, the same expression, the first expression again will be rewrite the expression. We'll get this p of x expression. Clear about this one? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, very simplified method here. The given in this equation, p of x is equal to n to the power of n by n factorial. Here in the denominator is there. Denominator will be n to the power of x minus n. Okay, this term can express it as a n of x and into n minus n of x and into n minus n. Okay, that n minus n will be go to the numerator. Then n to the power of n. Then already denominator will be n factorial. That will be n by n factorial into a is already in a numerator. Denominator will be the n power of x. Okay, that's why a by n to the power of x into p of 0. Okay, this is the equation. Okay, then suppose there is a known limit to the possible length of the q. Okay, we don't have see there is a one or no. There is no the length of the q system will be varied from 0 to infinity. Okay, the length will be 0 to infinity. There is no limit to the possible length of the q. Then x can have any value between 0 and infinity. Okay, then the x will be a 0 to infinity. Means the length of the queuing will be vary from 0 to infinity. Okay, that's why the x can be vary between the 0 to and infinity. Then summation of x of 0 infinity of p of x minus 1. Okay, substitute here 1 by p of 0. See, like that. We know that see the 1 by p of 0 is equal to summation of x is equal to 0 to n minus 1 8th power of x by x factorial plus n power of n by n factorial into a by n a by n to the power of n into k is equal to 0 to infinity 8 power of n of k. Okay, by using the previous equation only. By using this equation only, we'll get this value. We'll get this value. Okay. Clear? Then suppose the k will be vary from k is equal to x minus n. Okay, that's the conjunction. The second case. Similarly, a by n also will be less than or equal to n. Then the above equation, this equation will be rewrite. That is x equal to 0 to n minus 1 8 power of n by n k. That is equal to 1 minus a by n to the power of minus 1. Okay, again I'm rewriting the equation. Okay, we put it here. That is summation of x equal to 0 to n minus 1 to ak by nk. That should be equal to the 1 minus 8 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, you substitute here 1 by p of 0. 1 by p of 0 is equal to summation of x is equal to 0 to n minus 1 8 to the power of x by x factorial plus 8 to the power of n by n factorial. You substitute here this part suppose I'm considering x is equal to k is equal to n minus n, then we will get 1 minus a by n to the power of minus 1. Okay, again rewrite this equation. We'll get this equation. Or totally we'll get p of 0. We should also calculate the p of 0 now. The p of 0 is equal to n to the power of n into e to the power of n by n factorial of n minus a plus e to the power of summation of x is equal to 0 to n minus 1 e to the power of x by x factorial power of minus 1. Okay, the same above equation will be because only this constant we need. There's a p of 0 we should calculate it. That's why p of 0 will be get this equation based on the above equation. Okay. Clear? Then see that is the equation is okay. The p of x is given by the above equation depending upon the x is less than or equal to n or x is equal to greater than n, where p of 0 is called as a second Erlang distribution. That p of 0 is equal to n into 8 power of n by n factorial into n minus a. That is equal to that is equal to summation of x equals 0 to n minus 1 ax by x factorial power of minus 1. Okay, this is the equation for the second Erlang distribution for both the case 1 and then case 2. Okay, see in this system, first we are assuming the case 1, we should calculate the probability of that equation case 1. Again we are assuming the case 2, again we'll find out the probability of the case 2, and combining these two. Okay, both the probability will be equating. Then we'll get p of 0 is equal to p of 0 is equal to n into a to the power of n by n factorial into n minus a, that plus summation of x equals 0 to n minus 1 a to the power of x by x factorial power of minus 1. Okay, clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸಿ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ ನೋ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then there is some form problems are there. Okay, later we'll solve this problem. Okay, see in this section, okay, in this module, there is a pakka question. They will ask to derive an expression of Erlang first or second law equations. Okay, everyone should thorough about this mathematical model of the telecommunication traffic. Okay, see what are the, see once again I repeat this in this part module first half. What is the very important topic in this model is that mathematical model for last call system. Last call system is nothing but it is a Erlang first distribution formula, and similarly queuing system, that is a second Erlang distribution system. Okay, these two are very important. They will pakka ask in the external exam as well as the IAL. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Then wait a minute. Then we will move to the next part, second part of the digital switching system. Okay, see what is the contents are there in the second part module. That is a stage, the grading, linking system. Okay, these are the topics are the module 3 second half. Okay, they will introduction about the switching system, introduction, and then single stage network. Okay, and then grading. Okay, how to see how to calculate the grading also from this giving the network, linking system, and grade of service of linked system. Okay, these are some of the topics are there in the second part of the module 3. Okay, dear student, it is visible? Presentation is visible?
No, sir.
We'll check it.
Now it's visible.
Oh, it is visible, na? Okay. See here in the switching system, what is the introduction of this one? What are the basic requirement for this chapter is the thing, but we need some basic things about the switching system. And also we are in this model we are discussing about some basic function of the exchange. Okay, exchange in making switching connection between the calling and called party. And also there is a classification is there for the switching, that is a single stage, 2-stage, 3-stage, and 4-stage switching network. But here we are discussing only single stage network. Okay, single stage network. See the basic introduction, the basic requirement of the construction for switching system is to design a switching network having a greater number of outlets than the switch from which they are built. They can done by connecting the number of switching stage in tandem. Okay, that is called as a single stage. Means how the switching will be happen between the 2-stage or 3-stage. Okay, it means the exchange is making switching a connection between the each stage. Okay, each stage or between the calling and called subscribers. See here. See, before going to that, I will show one video how the switching will be in earlier days, how the switching will be happened. Now present, how the switching will be, means evolution. I will show the one video. Okay, everyone see the video. I'll show one video now. The history of the telephone. Yes, friend.
Like many other American towns. And that was one of the reasons it has become the first town in the world to... Across the Hudson River from New York City and westward into the state of New Jersey is the city of Englewood. Englewood could be any one of hundreds of American communities, population 25,000, main street with busy stores, banks, and movie theaters, attractive suburban homes with their neat lawns and their well-groomed look. In size and in the kind of people who live here, Englewood is like many other American towns. And that was one of the reasons it has become the first town in the world to have an unusual kind of telephone service. Oh, Monroe's still there.
You finished your coffee, John. I'll answer. Probably the mailman. John, it's from Sally. The baby has the measles.
Dear. What? No, measles. That's not so serious. All kids get them sooner or later.
John Moran, you know Lucy is only 14 months old.
Poor little
Dear, worried.
Well, if you're worried, why don't you call her up? You got her number in that little book of yours. It's just about 8 o'clock in San Francisco. They'll be up.
No, I believe I will.
Go ahead. Call her. You'll feel better.
One, 8, 2, 8, 5, 2, 3, 6, 8. Are you sure it isn't too early out there?
Well, no, it's 11 o'clock here. That means it's 8 o'clock out there.
Hello? Sally? Sally, this is Mother.
Simple, wasn't it? She just picked up her telephone and dialed her daughter in San Francisco, California. In a matter of seconds, she is talking with her. Simple, and yet you are seeing the results of many, many years of coordinated effort in research, engineering, and operating experience. It's hard for us to realize today that in the early 1880s, the telephone was considered a newfangled contraption. Boy operators manned the switchboards in those days, and it was an adventure to be able to talk with friends or relatives on the other side of town. The telephone at last was filling a deep human need, the need of people separated from one another to talk with each other. Soon other girl operators replaced the boys. New types of instruments were developed, and the telephone grew up with a growing America. The demand for telephone service snowballed. Indeed, the use of the telephone became so tremendous that by the 1920s, dial service was rapidly being introduced to help handle the increased volume of calls. As the calls increased, more operators were needed. More calls to handle meant more jobs to do and more people to fill those jobs. This has been the story all through the development of the telephone. For instance, in the days when we had little or no dial service, the Bell system had 270,000 employees. By the time 70% of the telephones were dialed, there were 600,000 employees, more than twice as many. But the remarkable use of the telephone was only part of the story of change in American life. As villages became towns, and towns became industrial cities, people's interests broadened. Where those early citizens were thrilled to telephone across town, people now wanted to call towns and cities across the nation. Finally, they wanted their voices to span the oceans. And they did. Truly, America had grown up. All of which brings us back to Englewood. From many of Englewood's telephones, you could already dial any one of more than 4 million other telephones in the surrounding territory. A fine example of modern telephone service, and therefore a fine proving ground for this new type of long-distance service. A proving ground to answer such questions as, will customers like the service? Will they find it easy to use? What improvements can be made? This first installation now enables telephone users to dial their own long-distance calls as well as their local calls and calls to nearby communities. The equipment that makes this service possible is among the most complex that man has ever devised. When you dial a number, the equipment obediently receives the information, stores it up, and remembers it. It searches out an electrical pathway for your call, choosing the one that is most suitable at a given instant. If it finds one pathway blocked, it tries another, and another, and another. If it runs into trouble, it automatically reports the trouble and its probable source. Parts of the equipment connected with other parts exchange information. They do this sometimes by a touch system, such as the blind use in reading Braille. Sometimes it's done with a stream of electrons flowing through space. Sometimes it uses an elaborate system of musical notes and chords that are heard and interpreted by a mechanical ear. But even that's not all of it. Keeping track of the details of the call is done automatically too. When you dial a number, holes are punched in a continuous tape representing your telephone number and the number you dial. More holes are punched to show the time when you start talking and when you finish talking and hang up. If you get a busy signal or the number doesn't answer, no charge is made. Since all this information is in the form of tiny holes in a long piece of paper, the meaning of these tiny holes has to be expressed in words and figures. This is done by running the tape through several machines which assemble the information, translate, sort, and summarize it. Figure the length of your call, apply the correct rate, and, you guessed it, type your toll statement. But for the Englewood telephone user, it's as easy as dialing a local call. Remember that number Mrs. Warren looked up in her personal telephone notebook? 318 Garfield 5 2368. The only difference between that and the local number is the 3 digits at the beginning. 318 is the code for the San Francisco area. If her daughter had lived in Chicago, Mrs. Warren would have dialed the code 312 and then the telephone number. Cleveland 216. Boston 617. Altogether, more than 80 numbered areas are planned for the United States and parts of Canada. For some time past, area numbers like these have been used by telephone operators in dialing long-distance calls. When the people in the Englewood area with 1- and 2-party lines were given this service, they could dial to 13 of these areas. That meant that more than 11 million telephones could be dialed from Englewood. When will the 11 million be able to dial Englewood? And what about the remaining millions of telephones in the Bell system? The answer lies in the future. But this much we do know. Over the years, we have seen the results of a successful formula. Planned research to anticipate the demands of a growing nation. Available resources, plus the continued efforts of many people. This combination has given America steady improvements in telephone service. And the story of long-distance dialing points the way to even better telephone service for you tomorrow.
Yes, students. See how the Bell system will be organizing the mechanism for telephone systems. Okay. Initially, in the first model, we are discussed about this kind of switching mechanism, message switching as well as the packet switching. Okay, there is circuit means we are using the transfer mechanism. Hello. There is a crossword. Okay, Caspar mechanism, and also some of the electromechanical processes are used to make the connection between the two users. Manually or doing. You can see in the in the video, there is a girl will make the connection between the two by manually connecting the switches. Okay. Okay, because see, we can say observe one more thing in this video. If you this communication should be going on rapidly increases, means the growth of the industry, the growth of the city also be growing rapidly increases. Okay. Then one more video is there. I will show that also.
That thing's for talking over a wire. Isn't it just a toy?
Oh, indeed. Why, I've been talking from here all the way down to the office downtown. A useful thing like that is more than a toy. Do you want to try it?
Well, yes, I don't mind.
All right, I'll signal the office. All you have to do is to press this button and then wait until someone answers. Here, you do the talking.
What do I say?
Oh, say hello when the chief clerk answers, and then say whatever you please.
Hello? 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 Hello, is this the office? I can't hear much of anything. Sounds like someone crying.
Oh, but my dear, you mustn't be so critical. Of course it sounds strange at first. The advertisement says it will.
Well, I don't think much of it. No one will ever use it.
You mark my words. The time will come when we will all use it. When we may even talk with distant cities.
With distant cities. Oh, John, you're such a dreamer.
See what you observe in this. Dear students, what you observe in this video? ಏನು observe ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ video ಇಂದ? See, now everything will be in the switching, means everything. If you want to make anything, if you want to accessing something, if you want to communicate it, everything will be done by this switching system only. Okay, clear? See what is the next? Next is the they are using some of the fiber optics they are using for making the fast connection for between the long distance communications. Okay, and also you can see nowadays what happened. There is a geo companies, they are limited using the geo fibers. It means that the capacity of the speed will be goes on increases, and downloading and upgrading the capacity of the data will be goes on increases. Okay, see within a fraction of second how the connection will be happened between these two. Okay, that much of modern technologies, modern DSS, they are using a complex and high performance softwares to make the connection between the two users. Okay, clear? Any doubt regarding this? See what you are discussing till up to this, from first module to 2.5 modules. Okay, we are discussing on the basis on the digital switching system evolutions, how the connectivity, how the switching will be happened. Okay, and then linkage, function, intercall. Okay, call processing. Okay, everything will be there in this particular video. Okay, any doubt regarding this? Everyone is there? Ellaru idirallappa?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then you do one thing. Now in the assignment there's a go to the assignment and take the, everyone should take the quiz. Okay, and also answer attendance. First you answer attendance. Reddy, Dilip, Dinesh,
Sir.
Deepsi,
Present, sir.
Sheikh, Rupashri,
Present, sir.
Reddy,
Present, sir.
Sonika.
Sir, Abhishek present.
Okay, Sonika,
Absent, sir. So present, sir.
Shreya, Shreya T, Jyoti,
Present, sir.
Venkat, Murthy,
Present, sir.
Rameshri. Rameshri is there, and Srinivas. Okay. Okay, dear. COVID. Okay. See, now everyone go to the teams. There is a DSS team and take the test. Okay, there's a DSS quiz 2 is there. Everyone should go on to the particular assignment and take the quiz. Okay, now it is activated. Now it is open. Okay, at 1 it is closed.